Hi, welcome back to Lead with Love's channel. I'm going to burn my ancestor money. I already started. I have my candle here. Let me just get that lit and ready to go. All of the ancestor money, it is purchased on Amazon. So I order everything on Amazon. I am going to include the links on Amazon. I received one order yesterday. It was for the quadrillion amount, that all them zeros there, but I had to go comma, 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 comma to figure it out. And I was like, oh, it's more than a trillion. So I had to Google that. It's a quadrillion. But whatever. I was actually looking for like the big poster size because I would burn the poster size. It was this big, big paper, but I cannot find it anywhere. I'm like, oh my god! But that's the one that I keep buying it because I'm like, one of them has to come as this poster size. I'll keep ordering again from Amazon to until I get a poster size, and then I'll memorize that page. But these are ingots. The ingots, they come flat. They come flat like that. So you do have to shape them. You have to shape them into the form of an ingot. The ingots, they probably have them like they're looking all, little space there. But you do have to shape them. So I'll just shape it now while I'm talking, you know. But you can always purchase your ancestor money online on Amazon. If you have Prime, it comes fast. It comes pretty fast. It is all made in China, made from just paper. The ancestor money is a way for you to acknowledge your ancestors, honor your ancestors. It's an easy way to acknowledge them and to praise them and to thank them and show love for your ancestors. And you just burn ancestor money to acknowledge them. When you go on the Amazon site and to purchase the order, because I'm going to put the links in the description box, it'll tell you a description of ancestor money, what it is, what's the purpose of it. The purpose of ancestor money is to burn it for your ancestors so your ancestors can have a good life in the afterlife. So that is the purpose of burning ancestor money, is so that your ancestors can have a good life in the afterlife. So I'm gonna burn as we go. We always use our right hand. Our right hand is the giving hand. So when you burn, you always have to burn it with your right hand because that is your giving hand. Okay. So, all right, so that's going there. I'm gonna do the other one, the other ingot. My window is open, and I know I live in New York City. I am in the Bronx, and it is noisy. It is crazy, and I am so sorry. I'm sorry, but I have to have my window open. So we burn it, and we say, "This is for my ancestors, known and unknown." You want them to receive the ancestor money. So when it's burning, it does have to turn to ash. So you just have to make sure everything burns completely and turns into ash. It doesn't burn, it turns into ash. So we say, this is for my ancestors, known and unknown. You want them to have a good life in the afterlife. This one was a cover that it came in. So it's shiny paper, but I'm burning it also, and it turns into ash. So it's okay. Let's see. Yeah, so it's going. I burned everything there. Okay. So there we go. Okay. So this one has gold. So they say whenever the ancestor money has gold in it, it has high spiritual value for your ancestors. So your ancestors will receive it and it'll be good for them. I don't know how they receive it, They could receive gold. I don't know how they receive it. Even with the ingots, like the ingots burn and it's supposed to be gold. So when your ancestors receive it, it's supposed to be received as gold. So it probably means so much for them, where they can do so much with it, you know. So that's the purpose of burning ancestor money, is for your ancestors to have a good life in the afterlife. You want them to be able to get the things that they need, because ancestors need things just like we need things. Your ancestors need things. They have no way to get it. So if you burn ancestor money, you know, it helps them to have a better life in the afterlife. So that's why we burn ancestor money. It's all made in China, but we all have ancestors. It's not just an Asian thing. It's something that we all have ancestors. We all have the Celtics, Druids. We have African ancestors, Asian ancestors, Hispanic ancestors, European ancestors. We all have ancestors, and all of us come from somewhere. You know, we just don't know, because we don't know the history of where we come from. When you burn your ancestor money, things will just come to you, and you'll just know things. It's weird. I know it sounds weird, but you will just know things. You'll have answers to things, and you'll feel better about helping your ancestors, because no one is helping them. So you are taking the initiative to help your ancestors, and it is a big deal, because all the things that we go through in this life right now, your ancestors went through it too, you know. So if you have a generational curse, your ancestors went through that same curse, but none of them broke it. But if you break it, that's a big deal. And you're making your ancestors so proud. Like, your ancestors are proud of you, that you are paying attention. You're paying attention to the world of what is going on. And you figured it out that there is a curse, or there's something going on. And you know, not everyone figures it out. Not everyone pays attention. But your ancestors are proud of you. Whenever you pay attention and you change things, like things change. You are the change. You create the change. This new generation is the change. And we have to wake up and pay attention and just be aware of what is going on. A lot of us are not aware. We're into music, cars, clothes, sex, you know, but it's so much to it. Like, spirituality is nothing to be afraid of. Like, for you to honor your ancestors, you don't have to be afraid of your ancestors. Like, you just have to be aware of them, like, because they're there to help you. Your ancestors love you, and they're there to help. You know, when you take initiative and you burn your ancestor money and you remember them, it's a big deal. It's a big deal for your ancestors. And it's a big deal because you are changing things for your family, for your generation. You know, you are creating the change. So I'm gonna burn my ancestor money. I always burn it all the time, and different things come to mind when I burn the ancestor money. I just want the ancestors to be okay, and I don't want them to struggle or to be going through a hard time, because there is a generational curse. There is a curse, you know, and I want to break the curse. And I want them to be okay, because it's like, if we're cursed and we're going through hardships here, then they must be going through hardships in the underworld or the spirit world. So I think about that. like, you know, and I want to help. I just dropped a whole bunch of ancestor money. So I think about that. So I burn it all the time because I think about the ancestors and I want them to be okay. Like, a lot of stuff happens and I want them to be okay. The people that passed away, the ancestors, my ancestors, known and unknown ancestors. I want them to know that I love them. And I want them to be okay. Like, I don't want them to be sad. I'm always burn ancestor money for my ancestors. I just dropped a whole bunch of money on them. Dropped a whole bunch of money on the floor. But it's all different kinds of money. When you purchase your own bundle, it has different kinds of currencies. It comes from different places. Hong Kong. It'll be United States, but like that one says 1 million on the back, on the bottom of it. But it's 100 on the corner. So they come from different places, the currencies. But it's all for the same purpose, is to honor your ancestors. You have to remember them. Remember them, and you care. You have to genuinely care about them having a better life in the afterlife. You don't be angry with your ancestors. You want to help them. And then your ancestors will help you too. Because burning ancestor money actually clears up karma. Clears up generational karma. So that's another reason to burn ancestor money more often or frequently, because it helps clear up karma. It clears up ancestral debt. Oof. Have to be careful. I don't want to burn myself. I have on shorts. Oh my God. I think I burnt myself. When I burnt myself, it was with the coin, because the coin is plastic, and I have a scar now. So I have a scar from burning it last time. So that my skin scars. I don't like to get hurt. I don't like. I'm off topic. Ancestor money. You burn the ancestor money. To honor your ancestors, all the ancestors, known and unknown. It helps clear up debt. You don't know where your ancestors went, so you don't know, because sometimes some of the bills, that's hot, say hell bank on there, because you don't know where they went. You don't know what they did, if they were good, if they were doing some fuck shit, like you don't know. But you wish them well. You still wish them well, and you want them to be okay in the afterlife. When the money says hell bank on there like that, it's like you're bribing the underworld for your ancestors, because you want your ancestors to be okay. So you burn the hell banknotes. So when you do go online, it's gonna have a brief description of why it would say hell banknote on there. Because it could be known as Joss paper, heaven notes, spirit notes, ghost notes. You know, it's for the spirits. Ancestor money is acknowledging the ancestors. The ancestors are spirits. So, so this is working for your ancestors, like acknowledging your ancestors. It's like having an altar, but you're acknowledging your ancestors, known and unknown. You're acknowledging all of them. You're burning it, and you love all of your ancestors. So it's all supposed to turn into ash. I burnt it. Well, it turned okay. It turned okay. Everything turned to ash, so I'm glad about that. And that is it. We did a good job. Everything burnt. it's still red, it's still hot, so I'm gonna let it cool down and then I'm gonna discard it. I just throw it away as I normally would. As you throw anything away, just throw it out. But it is hot, it's still red, so when it cools down, then I'll just get rid of it. So thanks for watching. Always lead with love, have good intentions, stay positive, vibe high, and love your ancestors because we all have ancestors. Bye.